All right, now is the time where we're gonna do the entire physical walkthrough of the Instagram app. I didn't want to do this earlier on because it is kind of overwhelming. As I have done this, I begin to think, oh my God, I have so many things about Instagram that I have to worry about. And I didn't want you to worry about that until you've created your strategy and had a real opportunity to explore Instagram on your own, as well as what your competitors or like-minded brands might be doing. So let's take a walk through Instagram together. What I'd like for you to do now is walk through the app with me. So grab your phone, I'll give you a second, or you can pause and pull up your phone. Once you've been able to do that, you're going to locate the Instagram app. If it's not immediately available on the very first screen of your phone right now, I highly suggest that you move the app to the front and center of your screen so that you can easily access it when people comment or like or what have you. All right, so click on the Instagram app. What you'll see is your home feed. This home feed includes literally every single person that you are following, as well as every single hashtag you might be following. If you aren't following any hashtags yet, we'll walk through that in just a few moments. The next thing I'd like you to go to is your Discover feed. To do that, you're going to click on the search icon. This is your Discover feed. At the top, you'll see there are a few different things. There's the search, and there's also a little square within a square, and that is just your Instagram ID. Below the search, there's IGTV, shop, style, decor, and a couple of other different categories. Let's click on TV and movies. When you click on TV and movies, it's going to pull up a ton of different content that has to do with some of the TV and movie content that you follow on Instagram. If you're looking at my profile, you probably see, wow, you have a lot of Game of Thrones. Well, first of all, obviously. Second of all, this is just to show you how targeted all of these feeds are to you and your interests. So if you have two different profiles for your Instagram, I highly suggest having a private personal page where you can look at all the weird things you want, and a business page where you're focused on looking at things that have to do with your audience you want to target. After you've kind of glanced through some of the TV and movies, hit the back button, and it'll bring you back to your Discover feed home. Here, this is where a plethora and a large variety of tons of different things are going to be pulling up for you. I recently got engaged, so lots of engagement rings are pulling up on my feed, as well as tons of different things that have to do with weddings, still lots of Game of Thrones, some fashion, and that's because I target a lot of people who have businesses based around creative media and arts, and I do a little bit of personal digging when I go onto my Instagram. Next, I'd like for you to click on the heart, which is back at the bottom of your screen. When you click on the heart, it's going to give you two options. The first option it should take you to is the You option. Under here, it's going to show you everything that's been happening to your posts. The people that have commented, liked, have done anything that has to do with your Instagram stories, your Instagram TV, and your Instagram posts. Here, it's really easy to click on a post where you might have commented, and then it'll take you directly to your comment that you made that someone interacted with on that actual feed. If you hit the back button, it'll take you right back to your notifications feed where you're looking at the You version. Next, click on Following. I really love this because this helps me target some of my followers a little bit more. If we look at how many people we have listed here, there's a bunch of different people, and it's telling us all of the photos and the content on Instagram that they've been engaging with. So here we can see Blue Copper Design liked 6 different photos. Below that, we can see that someone started following another person. If this brand is someone that I personally am following for the sake of understanding their brand more because they're a like-minded brand, I can click on the person that they followed and begin following them as well. My suggestion to you is don't go with the follow, unfollow strategy to grow your Instagram account. Really focus in on getting people to engage with your content and then build personal connections through commenting on their engaged posts as well. Next, you're going to hit back, and it'll bring you back to the following feed again. My favorite thing to do is if I have someone that I'm really trying to convert on my Instagram page, I'll go to all the posts that they liked and like them as well. And if they left a comment, I will leave a comment too and respond to their comment and like their comment so that they see me and are more apt to be like, oh, I'm gonna go check out their profile page too because they like the same stuff I do. The next thing I'd like for you to do is go to your profile page. For some of you, it might be just a little person icon in the bottom right-hand corner, and for others, it might be the actual circle image you have on your profile. So once you click on that, it's gonna bring you up to your profile, and obviously there's tons of stuff on here, right? You're going to have the number of posts that you've created, the number of followers you have, and the people that you personally are following. When I begin to engage with content on Instagram, you can click on followers, and when you look at followers, it'll tell you how many people are following you and whether you are following them back. What I like to do is to go onto one of these people's Instagram feeds, and I'll go and engage with their content and really try to read what they're writing, understand a little bit about it, and then comment on it as well. I don't necessarily need them to be re-engaging with my content as long as I am personally showing Instagram's algorithm that I'm engaged with other people's content and not just posting for the sake of posting. Then I want you to go back, and it'll take you all the way back to your personal profile. Here, let's talk about everything you've got going on. Instagram recently went under another update where they removed a couple of different things from the top. The first thing you're going to see is that you have three options. You have the grid version, the Instagram TV option, and photos that you're tagged in. For a lot of people who refuse to have pictures of their brand or themselves tagged and showing up on their profile feed, you might not see that tagged person view. And this is especially so for people who have pages set up as private. So if you are realizing just now, I don't have that tagged icon, you should probably go and change your profile from private to public, especially if you are focused on ensuring that people follow you and that you don't have to approve everyone to follow you all the time. That's just going to add on to your plate. So if we look above our feed, you'll see that there are a bunch of little circles. These are your Instagram story highlights. You can have as many Instagram story highlights as you need or want. My suggestion is to have probably about 5 to 7 of those. And then from there, let's talk about each and every single one. I have a couple of different ones that have to do with Instagram tips, adventures I've taken. Fire and Blood is literally me talking about all of my Game of Thrones lore and toys and everything else that I've got going on because I'm a super nerd. And other than that, I have Mom Style because I have another Instagram account called Your Color Is Red. If you do want to follow it, please do. It's yourcoloris.red. The other highlights I have little dragons or a chain breaking on them. Those icons are specific to my brand, and I have them throughout all of my documents and everything else that I've got going on through my personal branding. Below the highlights, you'll want to click on the Instagram TV icon. Here, any type of video that you've uploaded to Instagram through the Instagram TV app will be listed. You'll be able to see how many views you've had, the kinds of videos that were the most successful, the length of the TV ads and everything too. And a note on the Instagram TV, you can upload videos that are 10 minutes or less in length. Anything longer than 10 minutes will get cut. So if you're a YouTuber who works on videos specifically, you can upload some of your videos for like 5 minutes a piece to your Instagram TV and then have a closeout screen at the end of those videos that say go to X URL for more. Very great strategy, especially if you want to have great video content on Instagram and on your YouTube channel. Next, click on the tagged images. The tagged images section is going to include every single image of you that has been tagged by anybody ever. This is where I want to kind of give you a quick warning and a story. I love story time. So a while ago, I posted an image of myself in a red dress, and this was a very cutesy, pretty type photo, and I personally really liked it. And one Instagram account called Red, White, and Boobs, which you can assume you know what they're talking about, decided to take my photo from my Instagram account and share it on their Instagram feed and tag me in the comment and tag me in the actual photo. So it was pulling up in my feed. That's not something I want people to go and see, because when you click on that profile, you know what the content is, right? I don't really want to say it because it's a little weird. But that is something that people run into when it comes to the tagged photos section. So make sure that you're managing the photos that you're tagged in and are okay with some of the content that you've been tagged in. If you're not, the best route to go about is to contact the person who took that image and shared it and ask them to remove the tag and take it down. If they do not and refuse to take that photo down and remove the tag, you can report the image to Instagram and then they'll start working on getting rid of that image. Just make sure you highlight the appropriate little issue that you might be having. All right, back to fun things. So after you've looked at your total grid and your Instagram TV and your tagged photos, let's go back to the Instagram feed itself. When you click on one of the images, it's going to allow you to scroll through the larger version of all the photos you have going on your page. And that's great. It's a new update that I'm actually pleased with. Other than that, above all the Instagram story highlights, you'll see that you have your Instagram bio. In the previous video, we talked about how to brand your Instagram profile page, so make sure that your actual Instagram bio shares all of the important details that you want it to have. One thing to note is when it comes to the link on your profile, you want to include a link tree, or if you have someone who is able to program your own link tree type page, that you do that so that people have the option of clicking on a variety of different content that you have to offer. The next thing I'd like for you to take a look at is the Hamburger Menu located at the top right. If you click on that, this is going to bring you to your settings and all of your other options. You can view your archive, which has any post you've ever created and decided to archive and not share on Instagram. Anytime you post something that you don't want to have out for a long time, don't delete it, because you're going to lose that data from your profile as a whole. Instead, archive it so that you can go back and look at every single bit of information with that post to understand what was successful and what was not successful about it. Next, you can click that top little arrow there under archive and it'll show you stories or posts. This is where you can also view your Instagram stories archive. So every single Instagram story you have ever had will also appear here. The next thing you need to do is hit the back arrow and it's going to take you back to your profile. Sadly, Instagram hasn't created a way to just pull that menu back up yet. So click on the Hamburger Menu again and it will show you your activity. This is what is really fun to look at. It'll tell you how much time you've been spending on Instagram, and you can also set a daily reminder for yourself in the Instagram app that says, hey, it's time to focus on engaging, and this is your reminder to do so. I also do this on my actual Google Calendar so that that time is blocked off and no one can schedule time to speak with me, or I don't have to worry about any appointments going on at that time. Next, click the back arrow. Click the Hamburger Menu again, and you'll see name tag. This is something that I think is really kind of dumb, to be honest. Like, I hand out business cards or I exchange contact information via email, not via Instagram. If you have an experience that's totally the opposite of what I just described, I'd really like to know. Send us a message in the Facebook group and let us know how you've been using the name tag for your Instagram page. Underneath the name tag, you'll see saved. So anytime you've saved a post on Instagram and you want to go back to it and look at it, similar to how Facebook allows you to save a post, this is where you'll be able to access that. Click the back arrow again, then click the Hamburger Menu and go to Close Friends. This is an important strategy to take note of. Your close friends list on your private personal Instagram page can literally be all of your close friends. But when it comes to your business Instagram, you need to be sure you're including close friends, which are people you are directly targeting, people you want to have convert, people you want to start engaging with your off Instagram content, because you can send them an Instagram story directly to that person and it'll show up in their direct messages. And that's a great way to ensure they're viewing that content and understanding the opt-in or the offer you might be offering them. Next, click done and then go back to your profile page, hit the hamburger menu again, and then you can look at discover people. This is where you can connect people through your contacts list or your Facebook page so that you can actually get started and find people within your contacts list that you might not already be following and allow you to understand how to engage with those people going further. Next, hit the hamburger menu again, and at the very bottom, click settings. Settings has tons of information in here. You can follow and invite friends, and by inviting friends, these are people that might not be on Instagram already. You can view your activity again. You can look at all of your notification settings, privacy settings, security, payments. This is an important part if you are someone who has a business page set up. Your business debit card should be listed in there so that you can just create ads through the Instagram app. Next, it'll say ads, so any ads that you have created and are going to be creating will be listed in that ads section for you to review. Next, if you hit account, it's going to take you to all of your account information, talk to you about your account, saved info, close friends, pretty much everything that we've been going through. And this is where you'll be able to switch from a private account to a personal account and from a personal account to a professional account. Hit the back arrow, and then you'll see that there is a help button and about, which is literally just about the Instagram app itself. Login info is listed under logins, and you can add an account. This is something that's really useful to someone who might have multiple Instagram accounts. Great example here would be The Dark Crystal, which is a Netflix film that's coming out at the end of August, or by the time you view this, has already come out and been binge watched by yours truly. They are doing a really great thing with their Instagram accounts. You can follow the Dark Crystal feed, and you can also follow all of the clans within a separate Instagram profile as well. It's a really fun, cool way to engage people in your brand and build brand awareness around different aspects of your business. Lastly, there's log out. When you hit log out, it's going to ask you a question. It will ask you if you would like to save your password or not. Do not save your password. And I say this because if you're going to add more than 5 Instagram accounts to your actual phone later on, you want to make sure that you're not able to not log out of your Instagram account. And when you hit save password, it's going to save that password and always keep you logged in, no matter how many times you try to log out. So to get past that, you have to remove the app. And if you've had multiple accounts added to your Instagram app already, you have to re-log into all of those accounts, and it just gets into a complicated, annoying mess. So don't save your password. Hit the back arrow, hit your home feed. So the next thing that you're going to do from your home page is you're going to click on the camera in the top left-hand corner. If you click on the camera, it's going to bring you up and you can see video producer's feed over here and some chords. But this is where you're going to be creating and adding all of your Instagram stories. If you purchase the package with bonus videos, you can go to the Instagram Stories DL, and I'm going to spend 45 minutes showing you how to create a variety of different Instagram stories. So that's how you do Instagram Stories. One setting to make sure, click on the gear, and then make sure you hit save to camera roll. This is going to be important if you want to create multiple videos from some of your story content or use your story content in your YouTube videos or what have you. Hit the back arrow at the top right-hand corner and it'll bring you back to your Instagram home feed. Next, you have the Instagram TV logo in the top right and a little arrow. The little arrow, or if you're thinking paper airplane, this is where all of your direct messages will live. If you have people who've messaged you that aren't following you or you aren't following, it will show up as requests. Make sure that you check this daily if you have a lot of offers out there that invite people to direct message you. When you click on that, make sure that you then go in and approve or disapprove or delete. Hit the back arrow in the top left-hand corner, and then click on the Instagram TV icon. This is where you're going to see every single person you're following's Instagram TV content. To view yours, look up at the top right-hand corner and you'll see a little icon of your Instagram image. Click on it. And then it'll bring you to your Instagram profile where all of your Instagram TV content lives. To add Instagram TV content, you'll click the plus sign, and that plus sign will bring up any videos that you can add to your Instagram feed. Hit cancel to get out of there, and then the back arrow. And then the last thing that you're going to hear from me today about the Instagram app walkthrough are how to follow hashtags. So let's go back into our Discover feed, which is that eyeglass icon at the bottom. You can then click on an image that you see and check out some of the hashtags that that post might have. In the post that I'm looking at right now, they're using hashtag food battles. So I'm going to click on hashtag food battles, and then it'll bring me to the feed where hashtag food battles has tons of other different posts. If I want to follow this hashtag and get notifications and see in my actual home feed the number of times someone posts with hashtag food battles, I'm going to click follow. And then every time someone posts using this hashtag, I will be able to see that post. Thing to note here, it's only going to show the top engaged posts first, and then it'll become less and less. There is some kind of algorithm out there that does include just having the most recent post that has been shared with that hashtag, but more than likely it's only going to be the top post for that hashtag. Hit the back arrow, and then it'll bring you back to that explore aspect again, then hit back, and then it's going to bring you back to your discovery feed. That has been the Instagram app walkthrough. There's still a lot more that needs to be discussed, and I will discuss all of that in some of the bonus video content. If you haven't had a chance to purchase the version of this course that allows you to view those bonus videos, make sure you contact me today, either in the Facebook group or through email, and we'll make sure that we help you upgrade to the next level so you can view all of this bonus content. That's it until next time. If you have any questions, you know where to find us.